Okay, my dating life. We're just gonna jump right in. So, this is how I manifested a phenomenal dating life. Because when I first started dating, I could juggle about 6 men. And it wasn't nothing sexual at all with none of them. But I was juggling 6 men, and it just became too much. Like, I had to remember stuff about them, and then you got to make time for them. Each person wants to see you, and I'm just like, it was a lot, because I was in a phase of, I want to be out with my friends. I don't want to be out with you. Like, if my friends want to do something and you want to hang out, I'm picking my friends because I like to turn up and go home. Then this always happened to me. Out of the 6 guys, I fell hard for one of them. I would ghost the rest and then chase this one. Then I would get mad because they're not acting like the other ones that was chasing me. And then I would punish them for not picking me. And I would play manipulating games, and I would be like, oh, he texts me. Okay, 2 hours. I'm gonna wait 2 hours, then I'm gonna text him back. What else did I do? Oh, you said you're gonna call me at 9:30 and it's 9:32. Don't talk to me ever again. I manipulated and played a lot of games. And karma is real. Karma happens whether you want her to or not. Karma happens whether you're a good person or not. Down to the toilet paper you steal from the company that you think ain't gonna miss it. Karma getting you back. What goes around comes around. Like, people don't believe it until it actually happens to them. And I believe that men, the one man that I really liked out of the group that I chased, and I let them use me, and I was just like, me, pick me. They play games with me. Energy, I think I say this in every video. Energy does not lie. You could tell a man, you got to pursue me, but I want a man with money because I only eat at luxury spots. Like, you're manipulating him. You're trying to teach, you're secretly trying to tell him where to take you. You're not letting the man be the man. And are you really interested in him or his money? Karma is real. And energy doesn't lie. I realized very quickly, it was a span of like a year and a half, but that's quick to me. I realized very quickly that you cannot date if you don't have a high self-esteem, if you are not completely yourself, if you are ashamed of certain parts of you, if you have big insecurities, and if you assume the list goes on, okay? And I stopped dating. I cut everybody off, even the ones that I was obsessed with, even the ones that I thought was just so cute. And I was like, no, I can't do this because I'm playing a game with you. And it's no fair to me, and it's no fair to you that I can't even be organic. I can't even be myself to you. Because when we're in the car together and you're on your phone, I'm assuming the worst. And that's one of the things you need to really be able to date. You need to assume the best. Because they don't belong to you. But why are you worried about that? If you're that girl, if you're confident, why are you worried about what he doing? That's men. They're going to have more than a couple in the beginning. But if you know you're that girl, you know that you can turn that around just from being yourself. And if he shows that he don't care about you, you know your worth already. So that's why it's important to not date anybody until you have everything lined up inwardly. Everything needs to be lined up. Your self-esteem, your insecurities, the way you would assume, the power of assumption, your detachment game needs to be strong. Okay? You need to be able to detach from men. And I kind of threw myself out there being vulnerable, which is very normal. A lot of women do it. And I'm glad that I learned quickly. Because I know what the marriage life is like already. So I had told myself, like, the man that you're chasing, if he really give you what you chasing, you act like you want to be married again. If he really gives you that, do you think you're going to be ready? If he say, I want to take things serious with you, are you going to tell yourself, dang, I wasn't single long enough, I done jumped into this relationship? Because listen, you're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing. Don't get me wrong. Marriage is a beautiful thing, especially if you keep God first. But the first marriage, the first love needs to be you, needs to be within yourself. That self-love is so important because, like I said in the last video, I always made somebody else's responsibility to make me happy. That was backwards. But I didn't know. I didn't know until I went to counseling. So that's why I try to push counseling on everybody. Because there's so many things that we don't know psychologically that can help. Just like God made the doctor's hands, we be praying over before surgery, praying over the doctor's hands. God made the counselor too. Counselor does not mean you crazy. It means that you love yourself and you just want better. You want more of a peaceful life. And we put so much energy into the wrong stuff, and we just keep attracting the wrong stuff back to us. And I was putting so much energy into who he texting. He probably playing me. You ain't playing me. You tell me 9:30, you need to call me at 9:29. Putting energy into him being with another woman. And guess what? He got with another woman. But when you flip it around and you put that energy back into yourself, you're so confident, which is why I made my Jazz Manifestation course, because it keeps you so busy. You don't have time. You have a whole list. If you have 5 things to do within one day, you don't have time to wonder what he doing, how come he ain't call you. You ain't got time to go to his story on Instagram and calculate the hours or how many hours ago he posted. You ain't got to do none of that. Because let me tell you something, energy don't lie. So you can be like me and play the game of, okay, I'm not going to call him at this time. I'm going to let him call me first. And then I'm going to post this picture. And then I'm going to post this meme to say, like, I'm not that girl, like, you got to step in. You know, I'm going to do all that to play a game. And he better get the hint. And I'm going to pretend like I don't even want him. But then behind closed doors, I'm thinking about him all day long, wondering what he's doing, checking his Facebook and his Instagram over and over and over again. Energy doesn't lie. So even if you don't chase him physically, you're chasing him subconsciously, and he can feel that. Even when y'all not talking, he feels that subconsciously, and he's not interested in you because you're chasing him. And I feel like that is the opposite way around too. I don't believe that men should chase women. I don't. I've been there, done that. I don't think that, because when they finally get you, the game's over. I put my guard down. I let you chase me for a year, and now put my guard down. It was all for your ego. You never really wanted me. If we could cut the games, pour into ourselves, and let things be the way that they are, if you think about him, call him. If he's thinking about you, he's gonna call you. But like I said in the last video, if you look at yourself as a baby that needs attention, think about when you first have a baby. I ain't got time to date. I'm taking care of this baby. This baby need me. Okay? She gotta get fed. Affirmations. She needs time and attention. The gym. I have to make sure she is properly fed, the right things, eating healthy. You could be using that same time that you're thinking about him into routines. All your routines, skincare routine. Listen, I got so many routines in this course. I got skincare routine, hair care routine, vajacial routine, eating, workout routine, morning routine, evening routine, hygiene routine. My kids have a routine. Okay? Busy as hell. That's how I'm doing. How you doing? Busy as hell. But it's good to hear from you. That's how you win in the dating world. You date yourself and you look up and you have all these gorgeous men in front of you. And they're not chasing you. Ain't nobody chasing nobody. You're just vibing. You're living life. You're being happy. You are a pleasure to meet. I write that down every day. I am happy and grateful. I am a pleasure to meet. And guess what? If I meet somebody and I feel like I wasn't a pleasure to meet, I never got to see them again. I never got to see them again. Because I come first. I put my needs first. And I easily detach from what's not meant for me. And because I say all these affirmations every day, when I see the opposite, it's unfamiliar to me. I don't want it. I don't want it. Because I love Jasmine so much. Honestly, I don't want to share her with nobody. But it's good to be connected, never attached. I connect to everything. I be myself 100% of the time. I be myself. And I don't care if you're in your phone. I don't care if I'm beside you and a woman is calling you. Because I probably have missed calls too. And that's really how I manifested a dating life. Because I let go of the idea of dating men. And I just put that energy into me. I put that energy into me. And now I get the pick. You know? I don't gotta chase. I get to pick. And ain't no games being played. So please remember that when you are dating, do not give them all of your energy fantasizing over unrealistic things. Fantasizing about y'all's wedding day after the first date. When I felt myself thinking about that specific person, I shifted. That's when I drove even deeper into my bag. That's when I went to the gym. That's when I cut the affirmations on. Because that was a signal to me that I was wanting attention from him. And remember, that baby that wants attention, they're going to go get it from somebody else if they're not getting it from their mother. So the fact that I'm thinking about him all day shows that I want attention from him. Think about your inner child. Okay, you want attention? Okay, I'll give you attention. And I read all day long. I got a whole stack of books. I got UOU versus E.T., Eric Thomas, The Art of Seduction. I have The Richest Man in Babylon. influencer book, whatever you do, whatever is your passion. If you don't do nothing, if you like drama, read about drama. There's so much that we could be doing besides chasing somebody, wondering what they're doing. They're gonna run away. You can't both of y'all can't chase each other. You know, it doesn't work like that. You know, because even when he starts chasing you, you're running away, or you're playing a game that you're running away. And then he finally gets you. And come to find out, he just had a point to prove. That was it. If you love being a mother, get books about being a mom. If you own a business, get a book about entrepreneurship. Pour into yourself. Make you some routines. And every time you think of that person and it's too early in the game, if you're thinking about him and you find yourself feeling unworthy or unloved or needing attention because he hasn't called you all day, shift your focus. Shift your focus into your bag. That's your inner child saying she wants attention from you, not him. And that's how I manifested my dating life.